Borders between countries are made up of wide rivers, mountains or deserts. All these obstacles impede the movement of troops. The most difficult obstacle is the desert, then the mountains, and the easiest is the wide river, said Napoleon, the great general and emperor of France, when organizing troops to conquer Alexandria, Egypt. See Napoleon and the Strategy of Modern Warfare. Conrad H. Lanza, trans. Gatot Triwara. Napoleon Bonaparte was a great general and emperor of France who had contributed to the development of modern thought in Islam. He was born in Ajaccio, Corsia, which is an island on the border of France and Italy, in 1769 AD. When he was young, he was sent to enter the French military academy and graduated in 1785 AD at the age of 15. This is the basis for the emergence of a sense of Napoleonic nationalism towards the country of his birth. Shortly proven for his skills and military career, he served as a lieutenant in the French army. Followed 4 years after the French Revolution, the conquest of Napoleon succeeded in seizing the French part of the British colony in the Battle of Toulon. Until 1798-1799, Napoleon led military invasions of foreign countries, including the main target was Egypt, the center of civilization and science of his time. Napoleon's inspiration and expedition to Egypt. In the historical track record of Egypt, this region is recorded as the center of civilization and science. Of course, Egypt is the prima donna for anyone who is hungry for civilization, knowledge and power. Historically, this region has been controlled by several kingdoms, starting from the reign of the pharaohs, Greece, the Roman Empire, the Rashidun Khulafa, the Umayyad, Abbasid, Mamlukia and Ottoman dynasties. It is important for us to know that Alexander the Great, W.323 BC, was a figure who inspired Napoleon and realized his determination to set foot in the desert. The hot desert area, however, is something special for him. It was thanks to Alexander that there was a fusion of culture and knowledge between Greece and the Middle East. He is also an intellectual under the tutelage of Aristotle, the father of logic. Knowing how brilliant Alexander was to expand and build a city-state civilization, this inspired Napoleon to follow in his footsteps. At the same time, there were various setbacks in various Islamic empires in the Middle Ages of Islamic and European, Western, history. In 1798, Napoleon headed for Egypt with 36,000 troops. Not only that, he also included 500 civilians, including 176 experts in science, and people with language and culture experts. At that time, he managed to conquer the city of Malta, and landed in Alexandria, Egypt. It is said that less than 3 weeks Napoleon managed to control Egypt. Impossible, isn't it? A very large empire can be conquered in a very short time. Sometime after that, Napoleon's conquest of Egypt was met with resistance from the Ottoman Turks. However, he managed to win his battle in 1799. On the other hand, the French political conditions were deteriorating and Napoleon was forced to return to his country as proof of nationalism, love for his people. Power was transferred to General Kleber to lead the government, but only lasted 10 months. He was killed by a joint Turkish-British force in 1800 AD, and it was at that time that France left Egypt. Wisdom of Napoleon's expansion and correlation to Islamic renewal. After Napoleon took control of Egypt, he not only left power, but there are compassion and lessons that we can take, including scientific equipment, the world of printing, which then over time turned into Mother al-Bulaq, the Bulaq Printing Institute, which has published books and scientific archives at the Alexandrian Egyptian Library Center. On the other hand, Napoleon also developed a scientific institute called Digipta, which focused on pure science, natural science, political economy, and literature art. It was from here that the crossing of Greek, Middle Eastern, and European, Western civilizations merged into one and created an advanced civilization. And this is where the Egyptian Muslims first came into direct contact with European civilization, which was new and foreign to them. Napoleon's other legacies in terms of reforming Islamic thought include: first, the republican system of government. Previously, the people and nation of Egypt only knew caste kings who had absolute power. This republic was introduced as a system of government of people's sovereignty, that the people are the supreme authority in government. Second, the idea of equality, equalite, which is a system of equality in participating in the community in building government and statehood. He built the Diwan al-Umma, a state institution consisting of ulama,